Sources of light: transparent, translucent, and opaque materials. Light is a form of energy that is essential for life on the earth. Without light, we will not be able to see the world around us. Light is also needed by plants to produce food and survive. Let us learn more about light. Light does not need a material medium to travel. This is how we are able to receive sunlight. Light allows us to see objects around us. When light falls on an object, some of it gets absorbed, some of it passes through the object, and some of it gets reflected into the surroundings. When the light reflected from an object falls on our eyes, we are able to see the object. Any object that can produce light on its own is called a source of light. There are many sources of light around us. Sources of light can be of two types: natural sources of light and artificial source of light. Let us look at some natural sources of light. Sources of light that exist in nature on their own are called natural sources of light. Some examples of natural light sources are the sun, stars, lightning, and fires caused due to natural causes. The sources of light that are made by humans are called artificial sources of light. Some examples of artificial sources of light are electric bulbs, tube lights, and candles. Based on their ability to emit light, all objects around us can be categorized into luminous objects and non-luminous objects. Objects that can emit light on their own are called luminous objects. These may emit light naturally or artificially. Objects around us that do not emit light on their own are called non-luminous objects. You can see many non-luminous objects around you. When heated to a high temperature, certain non-luminous objects emit light, turning into luminous objects. For example, metals begin to emit light when they become red hot. Not just non-living objects, some living organisms also possess the ability to emit light naturally. This phenomena is called bioluminescence. The word bioluminescence comes from the Greek word bios, which means living, and the Latin word lumen, which means light. It occurs due to production or emission of light by a living organism as a result of chemical energy getting converted into light energy. Fireflies and jellyfish display bioluminescence in nature. You must have seen the moon, which appears as a white, dazzling ball of light in the night sky. Is the moon a luminous object? The moon is a non-luminous object as it does not have any light of its own. It gets its light from the sun. The moonlight that reaches Earth is the sun's reflected light. Similarly, all other planets of our solar system also reflect sunlight. The moon and other planets are called illuminated objects as they get light from other sources of light. All materials allow some portion of the light that falls on them to pass through. Depending on how much light can pass through them, materials are categorized into three types: transparent, translucent, and opaque. A material that allows most of the light to pass through, it is called a transparent material. We can see clearly through a transparent material. Some examples of transparent materials are clear plastic, water, air, and glass. A material that does not allow any light to pass through it is called an opaque material. We cannot see clearly through a translucent material. Some examples of translucent materials include lampshade, butter paper, mist, fog, colored bottle, and frosted glass. A material that does not allow any light to pass through is called an opaque material. We cannot see through an opaque material. Opaque objects create a shadow when kept in the path of light. Some examples of opaque objects include books, stone, wood, and metals.